Jon Stewart is calling out Elon Musk for flaking on his offer to come on The Daily Show. Last week, Musk responded to a video on X titled "Elon Musk should go on Jon Stewart's Daily Show." Musk wrote, "I will do it if the show airs unedited." The Daily Show then replied on X last Wednesday, "Elon Musk, we'd be delighted." Musk followed up with, "Jon Stewart is much more a propagandist than it would seem. Jon is too set in his ways. He used to be more bipartisan."
Elon Musk, the billionaire CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and owner of X, formerly Twitter, has built a reputation as a fearless disruptor, someone unafraid to take on critics and challenge authority. So when he publicly agreed to appear on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, it seemed like another opportunity for Musk to showcase his unfiltered, unshaken persona. However, things quickly took an unexpected turn when Musk, instead of following through, backed out and launched personal attacks against Stewart. What exactly happened, and why did Musk suddenly get cold feet? Let's break it all down.
Anyway, we had some critiques about Doge after the show. Governor Musk tweeted, or X'd, I guess, that he would like to come on here and talk to me as long as the show airs unedited.
Musk set the stage for what could have been an interesting debate when he tweeted that he would go on The Daily Show under one condition: the interview had to air completely unedited. At first glance, this seemed like a fair and reasonable demand. Musk has often expressed concerns about being taken out of context by the media, and a raw, unfiltered conversation could have provided a level playing field. However, his request raised eyebrows as it suggested a need for absolute control over how his words would be presented.
Let me reset the scene. I am not allowed to have big boy mugs anymore. There was an actual meeting of the safety department of Paramount and Viacom that was like, no more ceramic for Mr. Stewart. So they wanted to baby-proof so this is. Anyway, we had some critiques about Doge.
After initially agreeing to appear, Musk abruptly changed course. Instead of preparing for the interview, he began accusing Stewart of being too biased to conduct a fair discussion. This was a stark contrast to Musk's usual claims of being open to debate and free speech. The sudden shift in attitude suggested that Musk may have realized the risks involved in sitting down with Stewart, who is known for his sharp wit and no-nonsense approach. Instead of addressing concerns in a direct conversation, Musk opted to avoid the situation altogether, fueling speculation about his true intentions.
But after thinking about his offer, I thought, hey, that's actually how the in-studio interviews normally air. is unedited, so sure.
Stewart did not hold back in his critique of Musk's Dogecoin initiative, a cryptocurrency Musk has frequently promoted. During The Daily Show, Stewart took aim at Musk's so-called efficiency plans, pointing out that they were less about cutting government waste and more about Musk deciding which public services deserved funding. Stewart made it clear that such an approach was not just flawed, but potentially dangerous. By positioning himself as the ultimate authority on what programs should exist, Musk was playing a role traditionally reserved for elected officials, not billionaire tech moguls.
Let me sweeten or unsweeten the pot. The interview can be 15 minutes, it can be an hour, it can be 2 hours, whatever. I'll be honest, I don't think this network makes any other programming. So we can do whatever the we want as long as we wrap before the new season of South Park, which comes out like May or June of 2026.
Musk's main condition for appearing on The Daily Show was that the interview had to be completely unedited. While this might have seemed like a reasonable request, many saw it as a strategic move to control the narrative. By ensuring there were no edits, Musk gave himself an easy way out if things didn't go his way. He could claim that any perceived misrepresentation was due to editing and walk away without having to answer tough questions. This demand, rather than showing a commitment to transparency, was widely interpreted as an attempt to manipulate the situation in his favor.
Jon Stewart is calling out Elon Musk for flaking on his offer to come on The Daily Show. Last week, Musk responded to a video on X titled "Elon Musk should go on Jon Stewart's Daily Show." Musk wrote, "I will do it if the show airs unedited." The Daily Show then replied on X last Wednesday, "Elon Musk, we'd be delighted." Musk followed up with, Jon Stewart is much more a propagandist than it would seem. Jon is too set in his ways. He used to be more bipartisan.
To Musk's surprise, The Daily Show immediately accepted his condition. They agreed to a completely unedited conversation and even went a step further, offering Musk as much time as he wanted. Whether it was 15 minutes, an hour, or more, they were willing to accommodate him. This put Musk in a difficult position. If his concern was truly about fairness, this was the perfect opportunity to make his case. Instead of seizing the moment, Musk began backpedaling, signaling that perhaps his demand was never about transparency, but about creating an excuse to avoid the interview altogether.
On Monday, Stewart had this message for Musk.
I'm really not sure what he thinks bipartisan means, but it's generally not, I support Donald Trump and also Germany's AfD party. That's not bipartisan, that's just the same shit.
Stewart went on to say this.
I do have some criticisms about Doge. I support in general the idea of efficiency and delivering better services to the American public in cheaper and more efficient ways. And if you want to come on and talk about it on the show, great.
After The Daily Show called his bluff, Musk did not respond by confirming his appearance. Instead, he pivoted to personal attacks, accusing Stewart of being a propagandist who was too set in his ways. This sudden shift in rhetoric made it clear that Musk was looking for an exit strategy. Instead of engaging in a direct debate, he attempted to discredit Stewart, hoping to shift focus away from his own reluctance to participate. This move backfired, as it only reinforced the perception that Musk was avoiding a real discussion.
He continued, if you don't want to, sure. But can we just drop the pretense that you won't do it because I don't measure up to the standards of neutral discourse that you demand and display at all times?
Because quite frankly, you know it, I know it, bullshit.
Stewart wasted no time dissecting Musk's excuses. On his show, he methodically tore apart Musk's reasoning, pointing out the irony of someone who constantly preaches about free speech now refusing to engage in an open conversation. Stewart also highlighted how Musk's argument about bias was fundamentally flawed. Stewart has never claimed to be a neutral journalist. He is a satirist and a commentator whose job is to challenge those in power. The idea that Stewart was suddenly too biased simply because he was questioning Musk's decisions didn't hold up under scrutiny. Ultimately, Musk did exactly what many had predicted. He bailed. After making a big deal about being willing to have an open conversation, he declared that Stewart wasn't worth talking to. His reasoning? Stewart was too biased, too unfair, and too much of a propagandist. This move didn't sit well with the internet. Social media quickly flooded with memes mocking Musk, with users calling him the snowflake in chief. The irony of Musk, who constantly complains about cancel culture, essentially canceling himself was not lost on anyone. The backlash was swift, and the damage to his reputation was evident. In the end, this was about accountability. Musk had a chance to defend his views but walked away, opting to attack from a distance. This only fueled doubts about his fearless image. Meanwhile, Stewart reaffirmed his reputation for holding the powerful accountable. What do you think? Was Musk justified, or did he dodge a real challenge? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the biggest celebrity controversies.